Greetings and salutations, fellow viewers. It's yours truly, the almighty goddamn taco emperor and world-class rafflecopter impressionist Microsoft Sam, and welcome to the 11th episode of me reading dumb and ridiculous signs. Oh, and before you click off this video, don't worry. Microsoft Sam Reads Windows Error Season 2 Episode 9, Episode 24 overhaul, is currently being planned, so that way that story will progress along. Anyways, with that small announcement out of the way, let's get going with all that insanity that procession of stupid-ass signs has to offer. Yagdabaswa. People write congrats, because they can't spell congratulations. Well, if you want to congratulate a person more properly, you must first learn how to freaking spell. I've said this many times over, but people still spelling like 5-year-old coconut monkeys like that is just flat out ridiculous. Oh well, if all else fails and they still continue ignoring your suggestions, then signing into Grammarly programs will have to be made a federal law.
Isn't that considered a grammar Nazi move?
Wrong, Mike. I'm only suggesting that just for everyone to get their literacy straightened out. But given the current state, the US government won't do jack shit about it.
Well crap, I get your point then.
Open 9 days a week. What the bloody bogus hell, how the fuck was there 9 days a week? It makes zero goddamn sense whatsoever. I mean, what planet is this store from? Freaking tagline. Goddamn it, I can't say tagline properly, just like how I couldn't say the names of most Transformers characters and teams.
I have a similar problem. I can't say Tatoine right either.
Then that makes both of us Sicily. Just sold my homing pigeon on eBay for the 22nd time. Oh, so pigeons are now the natural homing devices for everyone to use on their hated enemies just solely to get their opposition all doxxed and have them slammed with metric gigatons of data breaches. If this sign is to be believed, then that would make pigeons look more like spyware than Bonzi already is.
Hey, comparing me to pigeons is just downright being expanded on.
Oh, shut up, Bonzi, and quit calling me expandong. You're such a crybaby. No safety. Smoking first. Bullshit logic. How the hell was that cigar-chomping captain ever able to keep that ship seaworthy? Unless they are trying to recreate Steamboat Willie. Screw this, I don't even know anymore. Swimming notice. Minnesota state law strictly prohibits underwater smoking. But then again, how the hell are you gonna smoke underwater? This is also bullshit logic here. Stop. If you are not a fly, please do not trigger the fly traps, as this will cause them to digest themselves and eventually die. But if you are a fly, please ignore this message, but proceed with caution. A similar rule can be applied about not disturbing the Xenian barnacles to people, if they aren't headcrabs, if they aren't headcrab zombies already. Same thing about not disturbing Sarlaccs, if they aren't Boba Fett's. Alright, enough going down that rabbit hole and let's move on already. Men in trench coats flashing. Next 3 kilometers. I don't even want to know what their intentions are going to be.
I think those guys are likely the secret agents of the Barney Bunch, so my guess is as good as yours.
Damn it, not even freaking surprised that you're gonna say that.
And before you say anything else, TGR, no, Bonzi's not part of the Barney Bunch.
I didn't say Bonzi's part of that group, Max.
Okay, TGR, I'm just saying. That's all.
Resurrection Cemetery. Oh, so that must be the place where all kinds of Lazarus experiments are being conducted. Or maybe, this sign is just basically alluding to outright blatant necromancy, meaning this is likely a hotspot for necromorph activity.
I don't see any necros here, Sam.
Well, maybe they are just hiding in the dark woods until night settles, only then would they come out and terrorize any nearby homesteads. A basic setup for a horror movie, somewhat.
Given the context that you laid out, you're not wrong when it comes to horror movies. But it ultimately pans out to be a trope that's as old and ancient as you breaking fourth walls and calling me a lady all the time.
Whatever. Lady asswipe.
God damn it, Sam, cut that bullshit.
McDonald's, try the new anus pounder. This shit again. Every time I try to look for some food, they'd always serve anus menus. It makes me want to. Screw this BS, I'll be sending this sign to the realm of irrelevantness. Here comes my Berserk fist of ultimate retribution. There, done and done. Next sign. Domino's Pizza, our new pan pizza is so fresh, it makes Will Smith jealous. Well, since we have the new garlic parmesan stuffed crust pizza going on, it'll even make Tom Hanks or Sylvester Stallone jealous as well.
And you know, well, Sam.
What is it, Max?
This pizza makes me cry on the inside.
They don't sell deep dish pizzas anymore.
Well, that sucks. Guess I need to get my deep dish pizza elsewhere.
Likely so, yeah. Slow. Frog crossing. Okay, whoever made that sign, I bet they have been playing way too much Frogger at this point. I almost feel pretty bad for those amphibians that tried and died crossing this stretch of the road. Warning, to prevent injury. Don't ever tell me how to do my freaking job. Goddamn those dumb and ridiculous signs. Yeesh.
And cut the yeesh, Sam.
Whoever asked you to tell me what to do, Mr. Ladyboy, just stay out of this.
Jesus freaking Christ, Sam. What the hell is your problem? That's enough, you two. This is not the time and place to argue. It's inefficient and counterproductive to our main objective. Now behave yourselves, please.
Okay, Rafflebot, we'll stop. Danger, moving propellers rip off heads. So in other words, keep yourselves well away from those instant decapitation machines, unless you're in some zombie apocalypse scenario, where you could use those said propellers to turn those scores of undead into mincemeat topped with a side of grilled Swiss cheese. Really risky work, but you have to know astronomical amounts of safety precautions and vast knowledge about tech engineering in order to lay effective traps that are in the same quality level as the kobolds, the Dungeons and Dragons kind, that is. Penguins crossing. Slow. How am I supposed to wait for penguins for? Are they off to a slow start? Alright, you know what, forget this. Penguins crossing the road will have to know their Frogger skills to survive. Next please. Slow down. Help keep dust down. Well, that's one way to make another one bite the dust. I mean, where did they get their lessons from? Lightning McQueen? Bruh, a moment.
Sorry to inform you of this, but your Ferrari Testarossa is covered in several inches of dust and dirt, including large colonies of dust bunnies.
Damn it. Well, alas, it's off to the car wash again, meaning I gonna have to vacuum my seats out and get rid of all those dust bunnies. People have no respect for brilliant pieces of 90s Italian engineering nowadays. Warning, getting caught in those ditches in a bike with a missing wheel will send you launching so far that the alligators will make a point precision tactical bite out of you, ending your life in an instant. Jeebus crikeys, that's one hell of a horrible way to go out like that. Lucky me, I still have my Ferrari with me, so I can drive over those notches without much worry. Chainsaw. Caution, do not drink water. Fish crap in it. If those fish swimming in it are irradiated with strontium, then that water will be unfit for human consumption and thus will be declared a hazmat situation. Oh wait, I can't drink water, because I am a computer, meaning this warning about fish shit-infested waters is now rendered completely moot anyway. But then again, I'd rather take my chances with Aquafina brand water over strontium-polluted water, thank you very much. Pumpkin spice oil for your car. No, I'll not be changing my motor oil with pumpkin spice, especially my Ferrari Testarossa. That will make zero goddamn sense whatsoever.
Unfortunately, Bacon didn't get the memo, and to double up his mistakes, my truck's motor oil got changed with his Bacon branded oil. Now my truck can't run anymore.
Damn it, why would Bacon do that bullshit? It's like Bonzi trying to pour his 32-year-old Crystal Pepsi onto the fuel injection system of Sicily's nuclear-powered dune buggy. Such bogus bullshit sense. Beware of big chungus-level sumo wrestlers taking monumental dumps in this specified area. Poisonous snakes and insects inhabit this area. Nobody wants to hear those gargantuan mountain-sized behemoths going absolutely Super Saiyan with their massive dumps, making all kinds of radioactive pythons and scorpions come towards them and likely make them sick and die. I'd confidently call this a major violation of park safety, animal safety, common sense and perhaps 99.99985% of all national park rules in the world. Tremendously stupid and disgusting. Do not what? Where is the rest of the sign? What's something that you're telling me not to do? Parking on private property. Smoking. Bringing in pets, or droids. Breaking fourth walls. Soliciting donations. Please tell me something for crying out loud. Ugh. And that's what you get for not telling me what not to do. Schmug. Notice. This is a drug-free workplace. Well, given that there's plenty of drugs laying around in the shelves where that sign is, I'm afraid this has completely defeated the sign's purpose anyway. Smooth moves, whoever posted that sign here. I'm old and I'm tired. Please do not blame me. How would I ever do such a thing? I'm not anywhere near that piano that's likely worth thousands of dollars in the secondary market. Oh wait, I don't have any hands, because I'm a computer, so that completely defeats the sign's purpose of telling me not to take over someone's piano, when they're old and tired anyway. Caution, fire is hot. It's best practice that you should keep your hands away from hot objects that are 350 degrees or more. Unless you're really stupid enough to grip your hands in red hot metal that'll charbroil your palms away and give yourself third-degree burns. Remember peeps, don't ever try that at home. No parking between signs. But both of those signs are pointing to the same spot, so it's more likely that someone is gonna park their car between the two, rendering them completely moot.
That's right, Sam, which is why I parked my car in between those signs.
Scotty, I did not see you're actually gonna park there. And looks like there's trouble coming your way now.
Parked in the no parking between signs area. You have 20 seconds to move your vehicle.
I'm owned.
Michael's voice goes in the loving memory of me. I'm not dead yet, just self-centered. Well, it's no surprise that you're the center of your own universe, with your soul's ego being as big as Jabba the Hutt 50 trillion quintillion octillion decillion times over. Have fun dealing with those caco demons, by the way. Warning, this property is protected by highly trained chickens. Not responsible for injury or possible death. In other words, this is Chicken Security Force 2, Electric Boogaloo.
The problem is, how the hell are you gonna train those chickens to be security guards? That's not an adequate solution for home security by any means.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, Max. The only way to get by them is by administering them Spudsy's brand stupid sauce. Only then would those chickens become stoned as all hell. PS sense. Give cyclists space. Well, that's reasonable enough.
Ahem.
Damn it. Well then, that sign completely missed the point, so its purpose has been defeated. Changed my mind. Shmug. Carefully slip and fall down. How am I supposed to be careful when slips occur really fast anyway? This isn't Minecraft physics, people. Get a reality check. Run a moment. If this restroom needs service, please turn on switch. But how am I supposed to turn the lights on or off if there's no switch to be found here? This doesn't make any sense in a design standpoint. The only way to do this is to bring an RT unit with you to do the light switching, and then boom, problem solved.
The nearest astromech dealership is 385 miles from us.
Damn it. Well then. Alas, this restroom is now out of service for months until those stupid bloody bogus ass ding-dongs who made that sign come over and fix their shit.
Sam, that's the 4th time in this video that you used the Berserk to skin ender. Rufflebot, you decided to join the 4th wall-shattering bandwagon as well? No wait, Mike, I didn't mean to break that. Don't play bullshit with me, Rufflebot. I knew that you broke the 4th wall. I heard the whole thing.
Jesus Christ, Mike, just leave him alone, goddammit.
It was only an accident, Mike, I swear. Alright, fine, Rufflebot, I'll have to let you go this time. This is your first warning. Capiche? Affirmative, Microsoft Mike. Updating my databases to include 4th wall preservation for future reference.
Guess we better move on to the next sign right now. Yabba swore. Beware of signs. But how am I supposed to be afraid of those when all they do is inconvenience me with their BS logic, confusing context and unclear reasoning? It's like telling a handicapped vortigaunt whether or not the chick or the egg came out first, while serving them bacon-infested pineapple pizza contaminated with spyware programs. Spoilers, never worry about those signs, even if they are nonsensical most of the time. They won't hurt you. Blind person's cross here. Rather risky, if you're actually blind. But if you took any Frogger survival lessons from the actual frogs or penguins, then maybe you'll become an expert road crossing survivor, while being blind that whole time. Such an incredible feat. Not. Oh looky here, it's been a long while since we last saw any rules for using the toilet. Let's go over them quickly. 1. No sitting and taking a dump like a freaking lunatic backwards. Your smelly ass will be facing the floor instead, and that'll only make the cleaning droid's job even harder. You'd also face the risk of damaging the toilet for pulling off that stupid bloody bogus stunt like that. And 2. Sit and take a dump in the toilet normally. Fine young gentlemen do this, because at least they are respectable souls that we must yield to with courtesy. In fact, trying to find any new rules for using the toilet online is now becoming a growing undertaking, as all what I can see is mostly nothing but signs that I already made remarks on in the past. Let's move on, we have a few more entries to go over, before I call it quits here. Yabba swore. Welcome to Accident. Oh yes. The very town where accidents of all shapes, sizes and categories occur all the time 24/7, 365, until everyone dies at the end of freaking time. Such a pleasant place to be there. Not. Attention, the fence is coated with non-drying paint. Well, if you want to take a closer look at what's beyond the fence, tough luck. Because all that eternally wet paint will get all over your hands to the point people will accuse you of smearing yourself in either mud, Nutella or hot steaming shit, even if none of those mentioned are in any way the case. The only way to solve this BS is by taking a long, half-hour shower that'll get you all sparkly clean for work or a weekend trip. So remember, peeps, be careful of what you touch. Warning, please look under your vehicles for penguins. Oh, so those birds of the south have now become the professional motor vehicle hitchhikers? I guess their Frogger-level road crossing survival skills are now starting to pay off for them, but for what reason? Do they think my Ferrari looks that good? Or maybe, I was the only person that's driving along that lonely stretch of road? You know what, I don't care, because this video is starting to get pretty long already, so I'm gonna be calling it quits for this video. Well, that's all the time we have here for this video. I hope you enjoyed my 11th episode of me reading dumb and ridiculous signs, and until next time, I'll see you later. Cheerio.